Do skinny guys need supplements in order to build muscle? Let's find out. Let's talk supplements. Do you need them in order to grow? As a skinny guy, you might think that everything you've done hasn't allowed you to get the weight that you're looking for or the muscle that you're looking for, but you think that maybe the answer lies in supplements. Unfortunately, that's not the case. In reality, what's going to get you size is always going to be calories and protein. In terms of supplements, nothing that the industry tells you to take really is so valuable that it's a necessity. Personally, I've noticed that the amount of food you consume and the effort you put into the gym is going to carry you much further than having to rely on supplements. Companies can make you feel as though their supplement is a requirement or you're not going to make progress. Obviously, that has a lot to do with marketing and just making money as a company. Because in reality, there are very, very few supplements that I would even recommend personally if you're slim and you're trying to gain some tissue. So I'm going to go through the very, very short list that I have for things that I believe will actually benefit you in regards to building tissue. Number one is creatine. Creatine is the most studied supplement on the market and has proven time and time again to be of high value to those looking to gain muscle. It's one of the only supplements that I would actually recommend somebody stay consistent with because of the results that it can give you. So on top of helping your body physically, it also helps your mind, which obviously you can't go wrong with. But is creatine something that you absolutely need to have in your regimen? No, it's not. Just like any supplement, these things are there for a boost. They're there to be an extra. They're not going to make you become something so extraordinary. So to look at supplements as if they are the be-all, end-all is not a good outlook to have. What you should be focusing on, and I will stay true to this forever, is the amount of food you consume, the quality of the food you consume, and your intensity in training. So creatine is a great addition, but it's not something that you absolutely must have. Although I do highly recommend using it because of all the benefits that it does give, you have nothing to lose. And then the other item on that list is protein powder. Like I said, the list is extremely small. There isn't very many things on the market that actually do what they say they do. You know, there's a lot of things like fat burners and BCAAs and all that crap. And most of that stuff is just marketing gimmicks, and it's a way for companies to make money. And I don't want to say prey on people who are stupid, but to be honest, if you're not checking into the research, then you'll never know if these things actually work or not. And I've been a victim myself. I used to drink BCAAs all the time. And then I found out that they don't actually do anything for you. So in terms of spending your money on supplements, those two things, creatine and protein, are really your best bets for where your money goes and what you get out of putting that money in. I think it's really important that you don't rely too much on the supplement side of things, because then you might get ahead of yourself and think, you know, if I take this, I'm going to look like this. And again, that's just not what happens. In reality, you still have to eat, you still have to train, and you have to make sure that when you're eating, you're in that surplus. That's where size comes. Creatine can help you fill up the muscle, because the muscle is water, or 80% water, 90% water, whatever the stat is. So it's important that you do fill your muscles up, but it's never a bad thing to put creatine in your regimen because of all the benefits that it provides. And then same with protein. Protein is the tool used to recover tissue. So this is how you build muscle. So creatine and protein, those are my top two. And really, I don't even think I would suggest anything other than those two, because those give real value for your dollar. The only thing that I might recommend aside from that, and this has nothing to do with actually helping your physique. And if it does, it might be very, very minimal. It's a pre-workout. Pre-workout has the ability to kind of get you motivated if you're not currently feeling motivated. Maybe you work long hours during the day. You have an 8 or 9 hours, 10-hour day, and you're looking to get that extra boost because you know you need to get into the gym, but you never make it unless you feel like you have the energy. So if you're looking for another way to get into the gym and get that kind of motivation, then a pre-workout is a really good choice. There's pre-workouts that kind of do two different things. You get pre-workouts that do that give you an energy boost, so stim pre-workouts, and then you get non-stim pre-workouts that focus more on the pump. So you kind of get to choose between the two. Sometimes the stims have pump products as well, but the pump products never have stims. So if you're looking to get more of a pump, because then you feel a little bit better about yourself in the gym, then by all means take the pump products. But if you're looking to get more of an energy boost from taking something before you work out, then just take a pre-workout with some stims in it, like caffeine or whatever. But depending on your schedule, maybe don't take it too late, because you might end up staying up all night, and that's not good for recovery either. We all know that you need to sleep in order to repair tissue. So I just want to reiterate that none of the supplements that I listed today are a necessity. Protein is arguably a necessity only if you're not consuming enough protein throughout your day with actual food. I think that using these things is a great way to get yourself somewhere a little bit faster because of the added benefits that they have. In terms of protein, if you miss meals all the time and you always find yourself not cooking and not prepping, having a protein shake available at all times really will help you gain tissue. So that's the biggest reason why I recommend it. And creatine, well, creatine has a whole bunch of benefits, especially when you're trying to build tissue. Creatine can even help you gain a few extra pounds just because you take creatine. And it goes in the right spots. It's not going in like body fat, it's going in your muscle. So there you have it. Those are the supplements that I would recommend. Primarily creatine and then protein. And if you want to throw anything in there for extra, then throw in some pre-workout. But again, I really want you to understand that these are not necessities. What's going to make you gain weight and gain muscle is going to be your calories and the quality of food and the intensity that you bring into the gym. It has way more to do with those things than supplements will ever be able to help you, period. Using supplements to get where you want is a fantastic idea. It's a great way to get there faster, but you shouldn't be relying on them at all. If you really want to get big, you have to eat big. But if you're looking for those extra boosts, then by all means, look into creatine, get yourself some protein powder, and if you haven't already, then look into getting some pre-workouts, whether that's stim pre-workouts or pump pre-workouts, or a little mix of both. I hope this information helps you, and if you're interested in more tips on how to go from being slim to building some tissue, then check out my channel. See you in the next one.